technically not till September 22nd or something like that.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah,
definitely feels like it. It's like, of course, the kids are back in school.
Of course,
it's got to be hot.
Yes, but the weekend looks good, and back in, I think, into the 80s, maybe I don't know, for next week.
Around 80 degrees, low
Still
80s.
okay.
That'll work.
No, it's going to be pretty decent. And actually, we're supposed to begin September with slightly lower temperatures than normal.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people who I'm sure are thrilled with the forecast for this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And the first home football game.
Yes.
And it's not going to be 95 degrees. So I'm sure all of the medics and everybody that work those games are very happy about that, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That'll make a big difference, especially since they sell beer in Kinnick now, so.
And the nice thing is, after Labor Day, it takes a little bit later than that, but the humidity starts to go away. So if you have an 85 to 90 degree day, it's not as humid as it is during the summer.
Especially when they start clearing out the fields.
That's right.
Corn sweat. We've got that at my house big time with a cornfield behind our house.
Yeah.
So every morning we get up and poor cat can't look out the windows because they're covered in humidity. So
yeah, we've got fog out here pretty much every morning now.
Yeah, not surprised.
Yeah, but it burns off pretty quick. So, but we have a great show coming up tomorrow night in the Ped Mall.
Yep.
Kick off the Labor Day weekend.
Yep, you'll be there.
Got the Euphonics.
Yep, Euphonics. They played for us a few times. They've been around since 2007. And I unfortunately, personally haven't seen them, but I have heard it's a heck of a show. I think we had them on the north side one time, too.
I believe we did,
yeah. So they played a few different things for us, and, they consider their sound a combination of hip-hop, funk, soul, jazz, reggae, and Latin.
Yeah, they do not like to be pigeonholed into one genre. So
I think that's gotten to be kind of the norm anymore.
Yeah, it's almost... I wouldn't say world music, but it encompasses a lot.
That's a taste.
Yeah.
Taste of that. Yeah.
Very much so.
So, yeah, that's 6:30 to 9 o'clock on the Ped Mall tomorrow night. And as Steve said, it should be a nice night for that.
Yeah.
So, very happy that the temperatures are supposed to break overnight tonight. We'll take the rain and have a fun night on the Ped Mall. I was there last weekend with Dandelion Stompers, and it was so much fun, and there were so many dancers out.
They had swing dancers coming. It was
great show. Well, and a lot of non-swing dancers, but having fun dancing.
Sure,
of course.
You don't have to be particularly good at it to do it.
No, just get out there.
I've noticed that.
Have a good time. We always talk about the concerts are one of the best people watching opportunities too.
And Saturday, the Winterland show.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Dirk and I co-hosted that thing, and when we started, it looked like, well, this isn't going to be a good night. There's hardly anybody there. But they just kept coming.
Yep.
It was 8 o'clock, and there were still people trickling in.
Yeah.
And by the end of the night, that whole field was filled.
Which is amazing, and I think we're going to see that for our last show on September 28th with Shade of Blue, too. I expect a packed house for that, so you might actually want to consider coming early, get your parking spot in your seat, get your chair set up.
Yeah, and I think there's a learning curve with it, too, because it's a new location.
Yes.
People are kind of, where do I park? Where do I go? There is very limited parking at the park.
Yes.
But you can park in the Johnson County Administration Building lot because it's closed on Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, across the street is the ramp, and it's not that far off. So
people are figuring it out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're figuring it out. There's actually available parking kind of off-road, I guess you could say, in that area, too.
I suppose, yes.
Yeah, with the old city cart next door, there's parking there, too. So, yeah, we have been so fortunate with Rhythms at Riverfront Crossings.
Yep.
So excited about it, hoping to expand that series next year because it's been so successful this year.
Yep.
So that's been a lot of fun. And next Tuesday, we have our final rescheduled Music on the Move, which will be Blake Shaw on the north side. So where we used to do the north side concert series,
cool.
So on North Lynn Street. He'll be there from 6:30 to 8 Tuesday night.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's bringing his quartet this time. With Blake, you never know. He's in so many different groups. It's just, it's going to be fun. It's going to be good. He has a lot of fun. He actually started
out.
How
does he keep track, by the way?
I don't know. With his teaching and everything else, I honestly don't know how he keeps track of everything. But
I just picture one of his gigs where, oh, damn it, I forgot a bass player.
No, he's the bass player, so That one's not an issue. It's just if he forgot something else. And I do want to give a shout out to Iowa City Parks and Rec. You know, they've been a longtime partner of Summer of the Arts, and they allowed us to move Natural Habits inside the Park Lodge at Terry Trueblood on Tuesday for this week's Music on the Move, which had been rescheduled from June.
Yeah.
So it's like, we don't want to cancel it. Can we move inside? And they had the space available.
Yeah,
so we appreciate that.
It was good that it was just a good coincidence that they didn't have it rented out for that night.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Actually, they planned that for us, which I didn't realize.
Wow,
so.
cool.
Yeah, that was awesome. We don't normally have a rain location or anything for Music on the Move, so that was very exciting for us. And then after this weekend, you know, we've got 3 more Friday night concerts. We got 1 more movie on September 21st at the Johnson County Fairgrounds, showing the TV movie Halloween Town, which is hugely popular.
Oh, yeah.
So that should be a lot of fun. We're actually going to be inside one of the buildings. It's kind of an indoor-outdoor space, I think, that we're going to be in. We've looked at a couple of different spaces, so it's somewhat weather-dependent on where we actually land for that movie. But visit summerofthearts.org, and you can check out any updates to our schedule. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram for those last-minute changes. And, of course, if you appreciate what we do, please consider making a donation. Super easy. You can also donate via Venmo to SOTAIC.
Yep, and then, you know, it wouldn't hurt you to bring some cash with you to the show, because volunteers from the Summer of the Arts and folks like Lisa go around with the buckets and take donations, and you can set it up on the website for like a monthly donation.
Yep,
and that works out
super
real
easy.
Well. Yeah.
Doesn't have a big impact on your finances, and
you know, this is the time of year where you guys start thinking about, well, what's our budget going to look like for next year, and it all has to do with you know, grants and so forth, but a lot of it is donations. So if you're coming to these last shows, come prepared.
Yeah, well, and especially Rhythms at Riverfront Crossings is a new event. It actually costs us a little more. You know, we have to rent the stage and that kind of thing. So that's one in particular, if we want to be able to expand how many concerts we have at Riverfront Crossings, we need some financial support for that. And you can designate to Rhythms at Riverfront Crossings, or you can just say all Summer of the Arts, and, you know, we'll split it up accordingly.
Gotcha. All right, well, we got great weather for this weekend, and fingers crossed we'll keep it going through the rest of the season, and you can go to summerofthearts.org for all the details.
And it will be the final brouhaha for our former employee, Chris Cervantes, is working that event. So stop and say hi to Chris and congratulate him on his new job at the university, although we really miss him and appreciate the fact that he's kind of hung on and he's still doing our social media.
He helped us tear down Saturday night.
Yeah,
where did you come from?
He did set up and tear down Saturday night, and he's still helping us out, you know, very involved. I think he's going to be a great long-term key volunteer for us.
Agreed.
Yep.
All right, well, thanks, Lisa.
Thank you.
Iowa City's local radio station, Iowa City's 1630 KCJJ.